Let me ask you something. Have you ever told your child to focus, and within 5 seconds they're distracted again? You repeat yourself. You get closer. You try to be calm, and somehow, it still doesn't work. Here's the truth most people won't tell you. If your child struggles to focus, it's usually not about their attention span. It's about your positioning, your energy, your proximity, your language. In my first year teaching, I had 25 kids bouncing off the walls. I thought they were impossible. Then I watched another teacher walk into my classroom, and the same kids followed every direction she gave. Same children, different adult, completely different behavior. Today, I'm going to show you the exact shifts that changed everything, and once you see them, you won't unsee them. In my first year of teaching, I had 25 students who seemed to bounce off the walls. Every day, I went home exhausted, asking myself, what is wrong with my kids? Then one day, I dropped them off at PE and watched them with the PE teacher, Miss Williams. To my surprise, the same children who struggled in my classroom were calmly following her directions. I thought, maybe it's just because they're active. But then Miss Williams came into my classroom and taught a math lesson. Same kids, same room, same expectations, completely different behavior. That's when I realized, it wasn't the subject, it wasn't the kids, it was how she showed up. I watched her closely, I copied her. I practiced every single day until I understood exactly how to help any child focus. Eventually, I became the teacher who took the hardest kids in the grade. Halfway through the year, they'd switch them into my class. Eventually, I just started asking for them from the beginning, because once you understand this approach, it works for every child. Here's the good news. You don't have 25 kids to manage. You have one, maybe two. And if you have two, teach one at a time. Different children need different cues. Trying to teach both at once often divides your attention and weakens your impact. Focus on one child fully, and you'll see a dramatic difference. Most parents teach side by side or from across the room. That's mistake number one. Instead, sit face to face, get close, stay in their space. There is no such thing as too close when your energy is calm and confident. Proximity helps children stay grounded and present. It keeps them in the moment. Children feel your physical presence, and when it's steady and safe, they settle. At the start of learning time, your eyes do not wander. No looking around, no checking your phone, no adjusting papers. You hold eye contact, steady, focused. That connection signals, this matters. This doesn't mean being intrusive, it means connection. A hand on the shoulder, a gentle touch on the elbow, a high five, sitting knee to knee. Physical contact combined with proximity and eye contact creates a powerful focus loop. It's not about discipline, it's about engagement. This is the hardest part. You must be calm, you must be confident, not sing-songy, not hesitant, not unsure. Instead of, do you want to maybe try your sounds? Say, today we're practicing 3 sounds. When we finish, we're going to dance. Children feel your doubt. They feel your anxiety. They sense when you don't believe they can do it. If you don't feel confident yet, fake it. Your energy sets the tone. Never leave learning time open-ended. Instead of, we're going to practice reading, say, we're going to blend 10 words. After we finish all 10, we'll have a dance party. Specific, predictable, finite. Children focus better when they know what they're doing, how long it will last, what happens next. The game changer, questions versus statements versus directions. This is where most parents struggle. There are only 3 types of language you use during learning time. 1. Questions. Do you want to do your sounds? When you ask a question, you give away control. If the answer matters, don't ask it. 2. Statements. It's learning time. Statements describe reality, but they don't move behavior. 3. Directions. What you actually need. When I show you the word, blend it back to me. Clear, direct, actionable. If you recorded yourself teaching, you'd likely discover you're asking too many questions and giving too few directions. Questions aren't bad. They're powerful, when used correctly. Ask questions about things that don't matter. Do you want the red marker or the green marker? Do you want to erase the word or should I? Do you want to start with this sound or that one? Now your child feels in control. But you still control what matters. Never ask, do you want to work? Because if you ask, you must accept the answer. Here's the truth most people don't want to hear. If you believe your child can't focus, you've already lost. If you walk in thinking, they can focus for dad, but not for me. They have this issue. They hate learning. They just can't do it. They will prove you right. Children rise or fall to our expectations. When I sit with a child, I control my posture, my proximity, my eye contact, my physical connection, my energy, my clarity, my language, my expectations. And I do not let them off the hook, not in a harsh way, in a confident, steady way. Because it's not about personality, it's about structure, it's about presence, it's about belief. When you align, body language, clear directions, strategic questions, calm confidence, high expectations, learning stops feeling forced. It becomes fun for both of you. If you try this with the mindset, "This won't work for my kid," then don't try it at all. But if you walk in calm, confident, and convinced your child can do it, watch what happens. You may discover the problem was never your child, it was the approach, and now you have a better one. What does mindfulness for kids mean? Mindfulness for kids means teaching children how to notice what's happening right now, inside their bodies and around them, without overreacting or shutting down. In simple terms, it's helping a child pay attention on purpose, notice their thoughts and feelings, calm their body, respond instead of react. It's not about making kids sit silently for 30 minutes, it's about giving them tools to handle big emotions, distractions, and stress in a healthy way. What mindfulness looks like in real life for kids, mindfulness might look like taking 3 slow breaths before answering, noticing, "My body feels angry," listening carefully when someone is talking, feeling their feet on the ground when they're overwhelmed, pausing instead of yelling. It's awareness, plus self-control. Why mindfulness matters for children. Children's brains are still developing, especially the parts responsible for focus, emotional regulation, impulse control. Mindfulness strengthens those skills. Research has shown that mindfulness practices in children can improve attention span, emotional control, behavior, stress management, empathy. It helps kids learn how to manage their feelings instead of being managed by them. The kid-friendly definition. If you were explaining it to a child, you could say, mindfulness means paying attention to what's happening right now, with your body, your feelings, and your thoughts. Or even simpler, it's noticing. What mindfulness is not. It's not forcing stillness, suppressing emotions, being perfectly calm. A punishment. It's learning how to pause. Simple examples you can try here are a few easy mindfulness activities for kids. 1. Balloon breathing. Pretend your belly is a balloon. Breathe in and fill it up. Breathe out and let it slowly deflate. 2. 5 to 4 3 2 1 grounding. Name 5 things you see, 4 things you feel, 3 things you hear, 2 things you smell, 1 thing you taste. 3. Listening. Game. Close your eyes and count how many sounds you hear in 1 minute. The bigger picture. Mindfulness gives kids something powerful, a space between feeling and action. Instead of "I'm mad," hit, it becomes "I'm mad." Pause, breathe, choose. That pause is life-changing.